first step to putting on your makeup, in my opinion, is you gotta have a good clean face. If your face has dirt and everything on it, it's gonna, you're just gonna look crazy. Just, I'm gonna do it. So I use Bobbi Brown's hydrating toner. Before I put this on my face, I washed it with the Bobbi Brown lathering soap. So this pretty much, that soap just scrubbed my face really well, basically. And the toner is sort of like an overlay, and it gets all the dirt and all the crustiness. Can't really see it, but there's like little specks of dirt. Okay. Next step for me would be brows. So brows can either make or break your look. Most of you guys know that. You look really cute with nice brows, or you look crazy and your eyebrows are all crooked and shit. So I like medium brown brows, and I don't want them to, I don't like super thick brows, and I don't like really skinny like 90s brows. So I try to just build it out. I feel like it depends on your natural like brow shape. I just like to build it out a little more, not like too dramatic. And I mess up my brows a lot. But I will take the whole container and fix it on the train or whatever. I don't care. Just filling it in. I'm sorry you guys can't see, but this is what I'm doing. To me, I feel like brows and shadow take the longest. So I'm going to fast forward and finish my brows. Yeah, it's taking life. I use LA Girl Pro Concealer. So, oh great. Oh, I'll fix that. I use this flat brush. This is basically going to shape your brows. Like, brow building is not fun. Don't let anyone tell you different. Light concealer, so that's probably why I look white right now, but I'm doing it because I like extra highlight. Now I'm just taking the product and like filling in any like missing spots or like just making the line of your brow like really straight. This one came out, I feel like my left side always comes out better, I don't know. It just comes out better. So now I'm going to take a wet beauty blender. I'm just going to pat lightly around. You obviously don't want to touch your brows, but I do this to like blend it more around my shadow. Or when I'm in shadow, I would blend it even more. I already have my lashes on. They're strips. They were like $5. Got them from Rite Aid, and they're all dough. I'm going to give myself a massage now. That's my... I was going to say that, I remember. Very good.
use this brush. I think this is a buffing brush, not sure. And I'm actually going to go into my Makeup Revolution blush palette and use a blush as a shadow. But I feel like blush is more pigmented because I'm using it for more frames. So I use this color right here. It's like a brown blush color. And I'm just going to go into the crease of my eye. This part takes a lot of blending too because if it's not like super dark, it's going to take a lot to show up. But try not to use too much product because that would turn me a funny look. I'm just staying in that region, not extending to brown. Just staying right here. I'm going to dip back in with some more color. And I'm going to do the same exact thing. That was it.
I'm going to go back into this palette and use this dark brown right here. I'm sort of going for like a contour look, but at the same token I'm not. I'm just going on my right eye, and I'm literally just like packing it on only to the right side of my eye because I'm doing a simple quick look, and now I'm just blending the heck out of it right now. You can see it's like darker, but it doesn't look too with dark shadow, like dark colors in general, like shadow, lipstick, whatever. You gotta be really careful because when you try to like remove it, it's just a little harder because it's way more pigmented. Alright, I'm gonna go on the left side, just pat it down first. And just go in. See now, see how it's coming together a little bit. This lighting is like trash, but you see now better. Okay. Because I really want to go for like a low-key contour in my eye, but I don't want it to be dramatic because this is like I'm literally just like going to the store. I'm not doing anything crazy. Now I'm going to go back in to the original color I had, that blush. This blush, remember this one? And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do the opposite side where I didn't do the brown. And just come back in and bring that to life. Perfect. Now, and this is, I think my favorite part of shadow is when you conceal and do glitter or something like that. But since I'm not doing glitter, I'm just gonna do.
I'm gonna put some concealer on this brush right here. This is a very tiny flathead shadow brush. You use the shadow concealer whatever. And I'm only taking a little bit of concealer because if you take a lot, it's gonna be a botched job. Okay. Alright, so just gonna go right here. I don't know if you guys can see. And take it to the inner corner of my eye. It's going to sort of meet the brown at the end. Then I'm going to let the concealer sit for like 6 seconds. Have a little more. You also want to smooth it out, you see, because you can always go back in with the shadow and fill it in a little bit, so don't worry if you go a little too much concealer on it, because concealer is pretty much like an eraser, just erases.
So now I'm gonna do this color. This is a really pretty color right here. I think I've used it before too. Now, even better idea would be to wet the brush, because then that makes it super pigmented. But since I'm not going for, like I said, a dramatic look, I'm not pressed for it to look brighter. Now I'm gonna go back in with that brown a little bit, just lightly, very, very lightly, because I want it to still blend out. And this is what I mean by shadow takes the longest part, because it's really the blending that takes life. So pretty much what I did was I blended out the first two colors, the brown and that little blush color I used. I blended it out so it doesn't look all frazzled. And by frazzled, I mean like just like you threw a bunch of colors together and you didn't know what to do with your face, basically. So I'm gonna do the same with the concealer and everything to the other side. This part is so tricky. Oh. Okay. That eye is pretty much done. I'm just gonna blend out a little more with that original color. It was a really light blush, so I'm gonna make sure there's no harsh lines from the contour. And that was the hard part, actually. Everything else is like a breeze for me. So I use Milani lip scrub. It's called Keep It Sweet Sugar Lip Scrub. And you can get it from like CVS, Rite Aid, any like drugstore pretty much have it. It was like $6 or $7. So I'm just scrubbing it on my lips because no one wants crusty lips. And when you try to put your makeup, your lipstick on, or your lip gloss or whatever, lips look so much better now. Now for primer, I normally don't use my oil, but I can't find my other lotion primer. I'm using for this one Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I usually use it on my lips, like to make them hydrated and stuff. But I would say like 2 drops of this because it's oil, so you don't. And if you have oily skin, don't use this. I have eczema, so my skin gets super dry, so that's why I use this one. For foundation, we're going to use Born This Way, Too Faced Born This Way foundation. My color is Caramel. Well, this was my color during the summertime. It's probably too light for me now, but I'm too cheap to go buy a new one. Ha! Like 3 drops should be good. And I'm going to use my favorite foundation brush, the round brush, because I just love this thing, the foundation. Get those edges, girl. Underneath the chin, all of that. Yes. Now, I normally do my shadow before my foundation because if I make a mistake or like if I get glitter on my face and I already have like my foundation and concealer and everything on, it's really annoying to have to like clean that up. And I'd rather use a makeup wipe before I have my full face on. If that makes sense. So now we're going to highlight and contour. We're going to do this quick because I got to go. Taking too long. And for this, I'm using the same LA Girl Pro Concealer. The shade is Porcelain. I like a deep highlight and contour, so this works. Normally for my shade, it'd probably be like 2 or 3 shades lighter. I'll do my mustache too, girl, because a 5 o'clock shadow. I mean, I get it waxed and everything, but Lord knows. That would be creepy. Some people might say that I'm ODing the highlights too much. You know what I say? It's never too much highlight. Never. Never. And now, sorry, I'm using LA Pro Concealer in this shade. Which shade is this? Beautiful Bronze. It's like a super creamy chocolate color. Pretty sure most of you know what contouring is, but for those of you that don't, the light part is the part to highlight the parts of your face that you want to accentuate, and the dark part is to give it some shadow and some base so it has some depth. For this part, I have to use my beauty blender because I like to see it blend. Like, you'll see the colors mix in, and don't be alarmed, because in the end it would come out fabulous. Oh, because you know my eyes are a little dark, so sometimes you really just gotta put some work into the face. It's literally beating your face. Getting it. No, but it really takes some arm muscle. How many times I'll be tired as heck I gotta do my face. This side is pretty much done. Wait, gotta get right here. The edges, gotta get them edges, girl. Don't forget the edges, because one time I forgot to blend my edges and I was just out kikiing, haha. Woo, my edges was looking, whew, it was looking crazy. And no one told me either. That's messed up. No one told me. No one told me my edges are crazy. Right. Sorry, my boob. Woo! The boobs are out. Alright. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, Janae, you're being dramatic. Like, you know, you're already contoured. Well, you know, I like to do powder contour on top of that. You know, I'm going to use Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. Child. As you can tell from this palette, I didn't use the highlight. Damn. I'm just going to use a big fluffer brush and go into this medium brown color. I banged the brush against the sink to get rid of the excess, so it's not crazy. So I'm not looking super crazy in wearing these shoes. Now I'm going to do I'm gonna set my face. So this is Too Faced Coconut. What is it called? Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. And from my understanding, Too Faced used coconut, some sort of coconut in their products. It smells good and it's really soft. It's like velvety. So, you know, I'm with it. Just use this little e.l.f. puffer brush. You can use anything. You can use a beauty blender, any brush. You really just want to pat the setting powder on, because especially if you have a greasy face, if your face is greasy and oily, you really want to pack this on because it eliminates like that shine and that excess oil. Okay, that's one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm taking this huge fan brush. I love it, that was so fluffy. I'm going to like this. Normally I would bake for like 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes, but because I'm in a rush, I'm gonna just fan that extra setting powder off. Then I go into my NYX matte bronzer in shade medium. And I just puff that on. I look super tan. I like to look tan, so I guess that's good. Now I'm gonna use this powder highlight and just pack that on like this. You're gonna notice my eyes become visibly brighter. I like that too because when you blend with the cream one, I feel like the highlight gets lost in the sauce. It mixes in with that chocolate brown and it just, you know, you don't get the desired look at the end. My nose too when I'm being dramatic. Just blend that out. I'm going to use very light blush. I'm not using anything dramatic. This palette is really dramatic, so I'm just going to go with this mauve brown blush. And I'm going to go very, very light because I don't really like that much blush. I just like a hint. Give you some sort of piff. Hey. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that. This lighting is like, okay. Do you kind of see it a little bit? Yeah, I feel like you kind of see what's going on there. Then we're gonna do my favorite. I like to highlight the corner of my eyelids with the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit. Oh my god, it gives me life. Look at that. Look how sick. As you can see, I tore this thing up. But I'm gonna use the silver, and my brush is a little wet, so it's gonna like give it a little pop. The color Lyra right here, this orangey color. And I'm not gonna wet my brush because, like I said, I don't want to be too dramatic. Just going somewhere local. But like even the light, like if I use a little bit, look at this. Can you see it? Oh my god. Like it's like pow. And I love Anastasia's products because they're so cheap. They're $40 for 4 or 6 shades. I'm gonna keep it though. This liner. I'm gonna tell you guys a shade. It's in shade Sugar Glass. It's the Glide On liner. And here's this. I'm gonna use a nude lip too. Nothing dramatic, nothing crazy. I'm just gonna use this MAC lip gloss. It's a mineralized one and it's called Tender, the shade. It's definitely pink, but it looks so much calmer in person. For some reason it looks more pigmented in the video. It's just super nude, like. And I use, oh, this is like my favorite, Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. This is a setting powder you're gonna use if you know. I sprayed so much I almost choked. If you know that you're gonna have your makeup on all day, all night for at least 24 hours. Sure. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you the final look in the end and post the photo. Bye. Okay guys, so this is the final look. Do you see that highlight though? Psh, stop. I'm obsessed. This is supposed to be like a normal, like a calm look, but it looks a little pinky. I'm seeing the pink vibes. I'm loving just like the naturalness of it, kind of. And I live for dramatic lashes, so you know that was happening. So just, psh. And shout out to my girl, Nate did my hair. She finessed this, didn't she?